All right, Victor, nice to have you.
Ryan.
Eric?
What's up, Ryan?
Now, I know this is the first time that you two have sat down since the fight has been announced, so before we start, I want you guys to shake hands. We're going to keep all the fighting in the ring on Saturday, so I don't want anything between you guys to get out of hand here. Is that understood?
I gotcha.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. I'm good.
Okay, so we'll just jump right into it right now. I'll start with you, Eric. So how did this fight kind of come about?
All right. I mean, me and Victor have always had a lot of the same friends, but I didn't say me and Victor have always seen eye to eye on a lot of things. I'm going to explain it in another video, but Victor has always been sort of an antagonist for a lot of things that I've tried to do. In particular, one time he did disrespect my business, my brand, Barbercraft. Did do it extremely dirty, for real. And I don't know, like just getting to know him, talk to him, I've honestly sort of gotten a little bit repulsed by him, and I just feel like settling it with a fight would really even things out something.
Okay.
Make me feel a little bit better about it.
Did this come by surprise to you, or how?
No, I mean, I've seen this building up for years. Me and Eric, we like you said, we have the same friends. We kind of hang out. If there's like a big meeting, we'll kind of see each other. Nothing too like friendly though, And one time my friend was like, "Hey man, we're gonna go on Eric's server." So I was like, "Dude, why not? It'll be fun." And it's a Minecraft server, man. It's nothing too serious. You gotta have some fun with it.
Wow. Okay. So let's get into the fight now, Eric. I know you've been doing a lot of training and you've been taking this very seriously. So coming into this fight, what do you think are your biggest advantages against Victor?
My biggest advantages, I mean, for one, my ultimate biggest advantage, I'll go into the rest after, I'd say it's my personality, my attitude, and how I handle things. I would say I tackle every situation as if I'm going to win, while Victor kind of has a losing personality, losing attitude.
Why do you think that, man? Because like you said, we don't really know each other, so you're coming like
just from what I've heard.
Side of left field.
You give off losing vibes.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I know. I can just sense it. I know Rab's here, champ, like me. You, nothing much.
Yeah, man.
Nothing.
I'm kind of feeling the opposite.
Your whole attitude here, dude, is nothing.
Yeah.
I know right now you're scared. I'm Jay chillin', dude. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Anyways, let me keep going with my strengths. So I think I will have speed over Victor. I think I'll have endurance over Victor, both in terms of cardio and muscle endurance. Technique, strength, not exactly like refined strength, not exactly raw power. I will give Victor the raw power point. That's the one thing he has. Sure. Don't let it get to your head.
Sure. So Victor, what are your advantages?
Well, like you said, my biggest pro is probably the weight, because look at Eric. He's basically like a walking branch.
Yeah, you are pretty fat.
No, man, it's all in the arms and upper chest.
Yeah.
But no, he's going into this saying that his personality is his best, but personality doesn't win you fights, man. When you're in the ring, you're not doing much talk.
It's the attitude.
Yeah,
I go
but
into
still,
planning to beat
not,
you up.
Attitude doesn't throw punches, man.
I go into this
your body.
ready to destroy you.
Yeah, well, same here, but like you got to realize that like attitude versus like punching is completely different.
Okay, so
you have a winning attitude and you still get smacked in the mouth a couple of times and then be like, your personality's gone, man.
Let's get into the fighting. So what, as far as your background goes in the boxing and the mixed martial arts, what do you bring to the table here?
That's what's interesting. I in terms of before the summer, I actually had nothing to offer in terms of the fighting realm. But the thing is, like, ever since the fight was announced, that that I had a real opportunity to beat the shit out of Victor Duva. I've been training nonstop. I've gone to multiple boxing gyms, trained under boxing, kickboxing, MMA. So in terms of that background, that's what I've going for me.
That seems like a pretty dense resume. Now, Victor, what have you have your first background?
Well, like growing up like an only child, it kind of sucks. You don't have those like siblings to wrestle with. But throughout my childhood, man, I don't know. I just had this like knack for like wrestling and like getting your hands in it. So like coming up through this, like boxing is more like refined. It's more of like rules here and there. But the kind of fighting that I've been doing, like growing up, is kind of like you're throwing people in the trees. You're rolling around the grass, rocks, dirt. So it's more than
cheap shots.
No, not cheap shots.
I get that.
It's more than nitty gritty.
It'll be hard.
More than real fighting. When you step out of the ring, yeah, that's what
I'll beat you in and out.
Okay, so Victor, I'm gonna stay with you because the story for this fight has always been the size. And you mentioned it, and you mentioned it yourself as well. So, do you feel like your size is going to be enough of an advantage over Eric's speed and agility to overpower?
You gotta kind of realize that say like a 220-pound man of pure muscle going up against a 150-pound man.
Which is not you.
No, I'm not saying that it is, but I'm saying that if the ratio is even there, like, you got to kind of realize that, strength isn't going to win you everything, and like weight isn't going to win you everything. So, Eric might have technique on me, but if I feel that like with the weight difference and the training that I've been going through, working hard for this, I feel like it's gonna
really,
yeah.
Okay.
You just came back from Hawaii, I heard.
Well, yeah, I'm training pretty hard over there, dude.
Oh,
They have some nice cheap trainers over there, so
interesting.
Do you feel like being at a size disadvantage, is that going to hurt you in any way?
To be honest, I feel like given that Victor has, possibly more weight, in my opinion, is probably fat, but that's still some sort of protective layering. So as opposed to the round 1 knockout, I'm thinking a round 2 knockout. But in terms of it being stifling my abilities, no, I don't think so. I think I'll still go for it. And you know what? It'll just be that better of a story when I do beat the shit out of him.
Okay. So it seems to me, in my opinion, I've heard people talk too, that the loser of this fight will clearly be ashamed for truly the rest of their entire life. So with that being said and that on the line, Victor, I'll start with you. How do you deal with that kind of pressure when you're going through training and you're thinking about this fight? I mean, how does that play into your preparation and your mental state when you step into the ring?
You got to come out with there's a 50-50 chance, but like it's not in the back of your mind per se. It's at least not in the back of my mind. It's probably at the front of Eric's mind that like there's a chance you could lose, but the second you get that over with, it's all just about winning. So like you got to be realistic there, but it's not anywhere in my mind after the first couple minutes.
Okay, Eric, what about you?
You said 50-50. It's not 50-50. Let's make that clear first.
70-30.
But is there that possibility that anything could happen during fights? So I do say that there is some remote possibility for Victor to win. And yeah, I would be really embarrassed if Victor beat me because I don't know. Like I said, Victor's born to lose. So I just think it really would be a big come up for him. But I just don't see it happening. So.
Okay. Well, I'll stay with you with this one, Eric. So obviously, a fight like this, you can't just walk into. So you've talked a little bit about your training. I mean, can you kind of give us a background of what every day has been like
Absolutely.
for you leading up to this
every
fight?
day. I'll get into it. So every day I go to Title Boxing Club, Farmington Hills. They have every trainer that I've worked with has either been a professional boxer or a former world champion boxer, which includes the likes of Lonnie Honeybee Beasley, Sarah Khan, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, and every single day it's either we start out with cardio. Obviously I do a lot with boxing, probably 30-45 minutes a day. Then I also hit a lot of core, probably 20 minutes of that too. And some days are different too. Like some days I'll spar some. Definitely people better than me. Definitely who weigh more than Victor. They're stronger than Victor, more agile than Victor. So I'm really not expecting much from him at this point.
So Victor, what's your training program like?
Well, like Eric said, Ryan, I just got back from vacation, so I wasn't able to get the most out of it. But what I was doing was, I didn't. Cardio, you can do that anywhere. You can run down the beach, you can run up some stairs. That was every day, at least 45 minutes, 30 minutes. And, when I got back, man, it's just nonstop. Foot to the gas, man. It's just cardio every day for at least an hour, hour and a half. You got to build up that endurance. And sparring, got to do that every day. You can't take breaks in between. You can't say, sometimes I spar. You got to spar constantly, man. There's a difference between...
We'll see if that helps.
There's a difference between hitting the bag and hitting a moving person.
Okay.
I've done both.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you both are preparing extremely hard for this, and critics have said that this fight will be second to none. I mean, better than the Mayweather-McGregor fight. I mean, there are people coming from all over, clearly, as the venue is being close to sold out now. So I want to get right into the fight. Take me through going into round one when you step into that ring. what's your mindset? And after you get in there, you get set up. What are you expecting round one to be like?
Well, like I said, I'm not really going for a round one knockout. Not that it's impossible, but people are paying, as you said. So I think I'll largely try and fill out Victor, see what he's made of. Try and read his movements. Then after that, I won't throw out my best moves there, but I'll definitely throw out something, see if he can really handle it, and then from there, it's sort of like the testing grounds, you know.
Okay, so Victor, round one for you. How's that going?
Eric said it best. It's all about reading, and you can't really say much because if you go in with a set plan and the plan gets destroyed in the first round, you're done. So you got to kind of read your opponent. But other than that, I mean, Eric, I'm not expecting much of a first round if there's anything, but we'll see how second and third round go.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
There won't be a third round.
You'd be done in the second. Feeling that gas already, man?
Definitely not. Anyways.
Wow.
You can keep moving.
So Victor, I've heard a lot of talk, and people are all over social media about this fight, and as Eric said himself, he believes he has the speed, agility, the stamina to outlast you throughout the rounds. I mean, do you believe that this is a fight that you can knock Eric out in?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely possible. You got to be realistic. Round two, I'm expecting it maybe early round three. Nothing farther than that. So people are paying for a 3-round match. You're gonna get half of it.
Wow.
Well, they're paying for a 6-rounder.
I'm paying for 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get half of it.
Okay.
But it's definitely possible because he doesn't have that that mass that kind of takes those shots. So any shots that land, they're gonna be doing damage.
You won't land.
Okay. So Eric, I'm gonna go back to you here.
Sure.
What does this fight mean to you? I mean, what would a win mean for you going forward, and especially having it over Victor here? What would that mean to you, your family? What everything you stand for? What would that be about?
I'll be honest with you. I'm sure it doesn't mean as much to me as it does to Victor, because Victor, to him, I'm sure it would be a big fight for him if he wins it. It'd be huge. He doesn't win at things hardly ever, but I've had a pretty successful life. It'd be nice to win, and obviously I intend to. And going in knowing that I will win is not as sweet of a victory to me. So, I plan on going in, knocking Victor out, and just going back to school from there.
Okay, Victor, what about you? What does this mean to you?
Well, it's kind of just like the small guy going up against the big guy, not really knowing what he's getting into. It's not necessarily a David versus Goliath story because there's nothing honorable about Eric, but, it's kind of what it is.
Okay.
You got a big mouth, big head, easy target.
So you're saying I'm Goliath now?
No. I'm saying you got a big mouth.
Oh, okay. So you're Goliath.
Not necessarily. It's not a David Goliath story. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Not listening?
No, I don't really like to listen to you.
Okay. Now, there's already been questions. People have already inquired about getting tickets to a potential rematch. Win or lose, are you interested in having a rematch with Victor?
Yeah, I would, in the next year. Why not? Knock his ass out twice. I have no issues with that. I'd enjoy it. 3 times, it gets stale. So,
you
probably
can't
just
knock
one,
somebody else
probably
more
just
than
one
once
rematch.
in one fight. So, the first knockout, when you go down, you can knock me out once. They don't really do 2 knockouts in one fight. So,
2 knockouts would include the rematch. Sort of clear.
So,
yeah.
You're saying that
I knock you out the first match,
doesn't happen.
and then when we rematch next year, if we do it, I'm knocking you out again.
No.
If you
You're going off
comprehend.
the 2, man.
Okay,
Sorry to say,
so Victor, that sounds like, are you interested in a rematch yourself?
I'd be done. Either way, win or lose. If I win, it'd be great to beat somebody's ass again. If I lose, show won't, so no point discussing it.
Okay. So obviously there's a lot of tension here. There's no love lost between you guys. I think everything that needs to be said has been said. We'll get you guys weighed in here in a second.
All right.
But Saturday, August 18th, Mixed Martial Arts Academy in Livonia, 6 p.m.
Absolutely.
Instagram Live, YouTube. The fight will be broadcasted, but this is a fight that people want to be at. And as I said, the venue's almost sold out. Tickets are going fast. There's national media covering it, local media, a lot of paparazzi. I know there's been a lot of noise, a lot of background noise for you guys. So my final question is, is two guys who are about to step into the ring together. How do you deal with all that noise and staying focused in what your goal is here?
I mean, I just got to think about why I started this. I came in to beat the shit out of Victor Duva. And yeah, the crowds and, all the media is exciting. And it's definitely the icing on the cake. It'll definitely immortalize me pounding the shit out of this kid. But, I mean, I came into this with a specific goal in mind. And I'm really going to hammer that in.
Okay, Victor.
Me, it's just, straight ahead goal, beating Eric, achievable, 99.99, I'm like bacteria.
Really, yeah. I can't wait for, this to go live. Then when I knock you out Saturday, I'll put that clip in right after I knock you out in an edited YouTube video. After the
You're going to see that, and then you're going to see you hitting the ground, eyes out, EMTs rushing in, and you're going to be like, what happened? And this is what happened. Set my sight on the goal, and
we'll see.
Straight ahead. No distractions.
Okay, well, this will all be settled August 18th, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lily. It's been a pleasure.
We are here with the official weigh-in for the Barber versus Duva fight. We're going to have Victor step on the scale first, if you would, please. Victor's official weight, 156.9 pounds. Thank you, Victor. And now Eric will have you step up. The official weight for Eric Barber will be 131.1 pounds. Now, gentlemen, I'll have you come in screen here. You can face off for the pictures for the media. Nothing stupid here. Again, that's Saturday, August 18th. Mixed Martial Arts Academy, Livonia, Michigan, 6 o'clock p.m.
They're watching there. Might need to write the gravestone, August 19th.
Nah, we're good.
Get a jump.
All right, take it easy. All right, take it easy, guys. Take it easy. August 18th. Be there.